You jacked?
I'll try. I'm trying. I'm telling you, I'm leaving 1RM. I'm leaving the fitness industry. I'm going to become an Instagram thought. It's my new career path.
Nice, nice.
You're
You've
going to
got
start
the
seeing me. I'm going to record RDLs, but from the back. Yeah. My
yeah.
man. My man. I'm gonna be the first Ranger Irishman living in Auckland to do it.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it, Brian. Yeah, all the best.
That's one of my favorite things. When people say, how many people do we know who are, oh yeah, I really just want to grow my Instagram. And you're like, oh cool. Why? And you're like, oh, just to gain influence and just to become an influencer.
Yeah,
Cool. How do you make money doing that?
yeah,
Specifically.
yeah,
Specifically, who pays you?
yeah, yeah.
So you get advertising money, sure. Like you break down, like I see so many influencers, I just don't think make that much money.
Nah, nah, nah. Not a game for me, Brian.
Neither. Not interested. Anyway, so we're giving up on our dreams of becoming Insta thoughts. What are we talking about today?
We're going to talk about 2 ways to improve profitability with your ads. We've talked about improving churn, decreasing your churn percentage, and the 3 critical processes and moments where you need to basically personalize your service to improve the experience. And we talked about the onboarding, we talked about the cadence, and then we talked about the exit. Those are the 3 things that you need to be able to ensure that you've got mapped out processes to improve the client experience and therefore decrease churn. But the second problem is going to come down to how much you're able to spend. So there's a concept that I learned from Russell Brunson. I heard about it super early when I started learning, just before I started ProDab, because Russell Brunson was the first guy that I started looking at when I was trying to take my business online. But he had introduced a concept called self-liquidating offers, or SLOs. And what a self-liquidating offer is it's an offer that you put out into the marketplace that can effectively acquire the name, phone number, and email of a prospect. And the offer is at a low ticket. It's low enough and it's attractive enough to get the interest of those people that you're after. And then they will pay for whatever product that you have, and it'll offset the cost of acquisition to get that name, phone number, and email. So it's an SLO. It's a self-liquidating offer. And then what happens is they use email to then broadcast to their list, and then they reactivate that list and they sell them something high ticket. That's a self-liquidating offer. For a lot of studios, they're not playing a self-liquidating offer game. What they are playing is, how can we attract the most amount of attention with the least amount of barrier to entry as possible? And we'll take all the risk, right? They put out free 7-day trial ads, and the market responds, and they don't really respond the same way as they did pre-COVID, which cost the gym money to acquire them. And then they don't have a structured sales process to ensure that they can recoup their ad costs. Most studios are out of pocket on the initial cost of acquisition. They're losing money. And then what happens is it takes them about 6 weeks to offset that cost in membership fees. So it takes them about 6 weeks before they start making money off of that client. But because we have such high churn rates, we don't really get that money back in lifetime value. So we only ever make enough to keep the lights on. And what we need to be able to do is learn how to create a self-liquidating offer where we get paid on day one. Or if you don't want to play that game, how do we get paid within the first 30 days? We have, and what we teach, 3 numbers, your higher authorities, or the 3 white lights, we call them. And that's your cost of acquisition, your 30-day cash, and your lifetime value. Those are the 3 numbers that you need inside of your business. And you need to know this at all times. What does it cost you to get one person into your studio, right? So what do you pay Facebook, marketing agencies, commission, CRMs, tech, software, yep. Anything related to the marketing expenses. What is that going to cost you to get one person? The second number is, how much do you get from that one person in 30 days? The third one is, how much do you get within the lifetime of that customer's time with you? Now, there's a certain ratio that you need to meet on all of those things. Like, we would like you to meet a 3-to-1 ratio on your acquisition on day one. We'd like you to hit at least a 10-to-1 when it comes to their lifetime value. So if it costs you $250, you should get $2,500 back. That should be something that you're looking for. However, what most studios need to focus in on is day 1 and day 30. right? So how much are we making on day one and how much are we making on day 30? And the money models that most gyms follow is just a recurring membership. And one of the continual problems of the fitness industry is we commoditize our pricing. We try to competitively price ourselves between the highest priced gym in our area and the lowest priced gym, and we go somewhere in between is going to be good. And what that does is it screws up our own margins. We have to acquire more people to actually be profitable, but you cut off all of your ad spend because you've just got no margin left in the business. This hamster wheel that we find ourselves on, the acquisition hamster wheel. How do we break out of that? And I think we break out by doing two things. Number one, we make better offers. And number two, we build a better mousetrap. So the first one is we make better offers. So a better offer is one that is result driven, time bound, is high ticket, and removes risk. All right. So what most of our gym offers are is they're product based. 7-day trial, 10-day trial, 14-day trial.
All LBOs,
Yep.
all product based, all saying, yeah, my product's not worth a lot of money. Please come try me.
100%. They're all communicating to the prospect that this is low value. Come in and just try our product. And it's all product centered, but we've talked about this. The more your product focused, the less value that you have inside of the market, especially with fit.
Just one thing to add, and this is just an observation I've had. The only reason people have those, especially the longer duration, like the 28 days for $50 or $100 or $200 or whatever, like the longer duration offers, the owners say, oh, if they just know our product, they'll see the value. Because it's just, they have passion. They love their product. They're like, just come in and you'll love it, which I completely understand. I understand the passion that you have. It's just, that's not how your clients see it.
Yeah.
And your clients don't come in and see and find the passion and find that level of passion that quickly. They need you to break it down for them.
The offers that we run will either place you more into a commoditized market or it will separate you from everybody else. Who's not running a 7-day free trial these days? If I just go and look at BFTs or F45s or CrossFits or UBXs or 9-round, anywhere in my area, Ubox. If I look at any of the gyms in my local area, they're all running some sort of free trial or low barrier trial, and they all sound exactly the same. And they all assume the same thing about me, the consumer.
Yeah, because everyone else is doing it, but everyone else is broke.
Exactly. Exactly. And then they all compete on back-end pricing and they try to shortcut each other, which ultimately just drives the rest of the industry down. So you cannot survive there. A better offer is one that is result driven. It says, hey, we're going to get you X result and then it's time bound in this amount of time. And you can define either one of those. What is the result that you're going to get? Maybe it's a bigger ass. Maybe it's less around your belly. Maybe it is bigger shoe size. I don't know. It may be
shoe size.
Yeah. Something like that. I don't know. Maybe it's maybe it's more energy. Maybe it's have more sex. I don't know what it is, but you can define what the result is, right? It doesn't have to be a weight loss. Then you get to define the time frame that they're going to experience that. And when you define those two things, you set accurate expectations of what it looks like to be a member and actually get a result. And so there's an outcome that they start to associate to your brand rather than just attending sessions. Sessions are the vehicle to creating the outcome. The outcome is not the product. The outcome is not the sessions that they're going to do. The outcome is what they want to get. And we've got to remember that. And so it's result driven, it's time bound. The next thing is that it is high ticket, right? So we get our clients to sell anywhere between $600 or $700 on day one. With enough skill, they'll be able to sell a little bit higher. The only gap between selling 600 and 1,000 is your ability to sell. That's it. Your conviction in your product, having a lot more people come through and actually get a result. The only reason why you can't charge higher is your ability to sell and it's your conviction to communicate. But high ticket, which means you can actually make cash upfront and be profitable and then use that front end cash to get the next client. That's the model that we subscribe to. We think that's a better model because it's a better offer. And then the fourth thing is removing the risk, which is having some form of guarantee, whether it's a service guarantee, it's a money back guarantee.
30-day service guarantee and 100% money back guarantee.
Yep. And look, the idea is if you don't fulfill your end of the deal, they know that they have security in there. If you have those 4 elements in your offering, you're going to have a better offer than 99% of your competitors out there. It's result driven, time bound, high ticket, removes risk. Now, what we're able to do just on that is we're able to infinitely scale our ads just because our clients are more profitable on the front end, right? Someone gives them $600, they get a 3-to-1 cost of acquisition to day one cash. They're able to take the other 2/3 and reinvest that into Zuckerberg without reaching into their back pockets and stealing from the recurring revenue. That's a good position to be in, which 100% of the studios that are running trial offers are doing, unless they do the second thing, which is building a better mousetrap. So a mousetrap is the cash choreography in the back end of your business. And this was really our second metric, which is your 30-day cash. How much do you make within the first 30 days of your interaction with a new client? And this is going to come down to 5 types of sales. The first is a point of sale. This is where administration fees come from. You ever paid a gym joining fee? Like you pay $150 for like nothing. That's where it's come from. It's a point of sale. Awesome. You're a new member and we're going to charge you an administration fee for $150. The reason why is because they advertise to get you in and they're trying to recoup their ad cost. But that has zero value to the customer. The question is, how can you get money upfront at the point of sale, but actually give value? This is where we're looking at giving them member packs, bags, towels, bottles, apparel, heart rate monitors. Like, how can we package something up so that when they come in, we already know what they're going to go and buy next from other brands and other competitors in the local market. So someone joins your gym, what's the next thing that they're going to do? They're going to go down to the local Rebel Sports or the Sterling Sports, and they're going to go and buy some shoes. And they're going to buy some tights and they're going to buy new gym gear. So why don't you have that stuff? They're going to buy a sports towel and a sports bag. And why don't you have that stuff? You should have that stuff and you should offer it at the point of sale. Hey, now you're a member. We also have this. And then you go, here's our list of items. Which one would you like today? We've got a really cool discount on it. Which one would you like? And price it up and make something that is valuable to the customer at the point of sale. You can get an extra ticket. Right? The next sale is the product sale. The product sale is supplementation, guides, workshops, etc. And you can use any combination of these. Supplementation is probably the easiest because it's the most readily available. And it's the one that most people, again, are going to purchase. Like there's a culture of buying supplementation when you go to the gym. If you have that inside of your studio, then it's another way for you to put a margin on it and actually get money back into your pocket. So you could just sell that as a product sale. Studios and boxes like CrossFit, they have skills-based classes that their new members need to attend. Why don't you package those skills up in a workshop and sell it? I knew an owner who had an $800 beginner's course and they would sell that within that first onboarding period. And they would basically say, you're limited to these types of training sessions until you take the beginner's course. They would sell that workshop on that guide as an additional product. And that would basically unlock the rest of the gym. And it's a way for them to build safety into their gym, etc. It's a really cool way to package. Yeah, it's a different sale.
There's a client of ours who I remember came to me and said, I have two one-on-one sessions because he's going to CrossFit. I have 2 one-on-one sessions where I show them a bunch of stuff and I try and get them kickstarted. And I normally charge $50 each or whatever.
Yeah.
So we're running this offer we're running a high ticket offer. Should I charge them as well for that? I'm like, no, just fucking add it to the cost. So instead of selling it for $700, just sell it for $800.
Yeah.
But it includes 2 free one-on-one.
100%.
And he was like, oh, okay. That's exactly what he did. It's the same thing.
Yeah, that's right. And there you go. So you've just extended your 30-day cash by just including it into the offer and thereby extending the value, like improving the value of the offer as well. Yep. So that's the point of sale. And then you've got the product sale. Then you've got the service sale, which is accountability services, right? So you've got accountability, which you can charge in and of itself. What is online training? I ran an online business where they did not see me. I never saw in person any of my clients, and they paid me $50 a week, right? The same value that they're paying your studio that you struggle to charge for. I was paying $50 for a Facebook group, for a MyFitnessPal app, and for daily accountability.
Yep.
Yeah. You've got positive accountability, which in effect was what I was doing, is, hey, you paying me, but I'm going to provide you a service of just accountability. And you've got negative reinforced accountability, which is like, yo, if you don't show up,
I'm gonna charge you.
It's being deducted because you're
Every
wasting
time you don't
space.
show up, I charge you an extra $50.
Yeah, you're wasting space. That's member space. And you not showing is,
and you're wasting your own money. So I might as well take more.
Yeah. And then you've got the additional services inside of your studio, one-on-ones, small group, private training. Like there are so many different nutrition coaching. There's so many different services that exist in here. And most studios run blank from 9:30, 10, from 10 till 3:30.
Yep.
There's a big blank space. You might run a lunchtime session, but there's a big blank space there. That's capital time. That's where you can get more money into the business, right?
Yep.
And then you've got late nights and all that. But this is where you can actually steal margin by adding additional services into your business, having a service sale. Then you've got a recurring sale, which is your membership, which is if you're running a high ticket offering, that's going to be a delay of anywhere between 4 to 6 weeks, maybe 8 weeks, depending on how long your initial offering is. And then you're going to get them into your recurring. That's the one that every studio has, is a recurring continuity program. But the one that they miss out on is the paid in full sale, because a small percentage of your membership will pay in full $2,500 to $3,000 just to get that payment out of the way, and they'll pay it at the beginning.
Yeah.
And if you can do that, if you had 10 people come through and 2 people took it up, your cash collected versus cost of acquisition, the ratio there offsets itself just by adding that one sale.
That's like, I would do that.
100%.
Yeah, because I actually don't particularly like I don't like paying for stuff reoccurring. It just annoys me. I just don't like it. I don't really understand why, but like I would do that.
Yeah. Those are the 5 sales that you can add. And really the strategy comes in is, how do we then strategically set up our operations so that we can communicate to our client that these are the offerings that are available to them? Because all of those there are valuable exchanges. What we're not doing is, like, at point of sale, we're not selling them an admin fee. We're selling them a members pack, something that they're going to naturally go out and buy. Where everything that we're talking about here is going to add to their experience, and it's going to get them to their result fast or improve that experience. It's like, how then do we choreograph it so that we can get every new member through the system? And this is where labor cost comes in. You will have to pay a little bit more, and you will have to take a little bit more time, but it's going to improve your retention because they have a better experience, and it's going to improve your profitability. So a studio can exist and have profitable ads. If they ran a trial, but they had a really good mousetrap, a really good backend, you could survive. So if I was out of pocket $37, but I knew that I had a point of sale offering, cool. And then if I knew that following that I had a supplementation offering or some additional service offering, I'm fine. So any offer can be scaled and any offer can work. There's no real secrets here. It's just like what gets attention from my marketplace. The idea is, if I want to really capitalize on this, I need to have a better offer and a better mousetrap. And I need to combine both of those things so that I can get 600 upfront with a point of sale, product sale, service sale, recurring sale, and a front.
There are a couple of things. So I know lots of gym owners nervous when charging clients lots of money and taking lots of money from them. Everything that we want to do has to be valuable to the client. Yeah. All of these additional things, like accountability, I think is the biggest one. That's what you're charging for. That's what you're getting paid for. Even if you're just if you're an F45, if you're a BFT, if you're a group fitness facility, and you're charging more than a big box gym, that more is, to be honest, just for accountability. All those things need to be are valuable.
100%. 100%. So that's it, man. 2 ways to improve your profitability with your ads. It has actually nothing to do with your ads. No. It has everything to do with your offer. And it has everything to do with the way that you strategically operate your business on the back end. If you can control the money models on the front and on the back of your business, you will be able to run whatever ads that you want at whatever cost that you want, and you will have an infinite ad budget, and you will be able to outspend your competitors and acquire as many clients to offset your churn. That's just it. But it comes down to the ability to now implement that. And that's where we often help our customers implement and do that without the thinking involved. Dylan, that's it, man. That's it for me. Anything you want to add?
No, it's just, how do you service your clients as best as possible while also running a business? Yeah,
it's got to be a win-win, man.
And all of those things are win-wins.
Yeah, that's right.
And if you don't agree with all of them, fine. Just you do agree with.
Hard out.
Yeah.
But we don't do
People are gonna
one-on-ones. Also,
People are going to buy supplements anyway.
yeah.
At least you can source good high quality supplements.
Dude, if people
are gonna
would
buy
pay
it
me,
now anyway.
yeah. Look, if they would pay me to never see them in person, to never run a group session,
Yeah. And
they
you
would, yeah. If they would pay me to do that, they will pay you to do that, to bolt on the service.